What we intend to cover in the geography course is the land of Pakistan, which includes the location of Pakistan on the map of the world, administrative regions and areas, that is important cities of Pakistan, physical features, that is the topography, and climate. Now, if you look at this part of the map, you would see that in the red, Pakistan has been marked with all its neighboring countries, with China, India, Iran, and Afghanistan. So we have four major countries as our neighbor, and Pakistan is a top tropical country as well. As you can see, the Tropic of Cancer just crosses below Karachi, and that makes the climate, which we would be studying further, of Karachi more of a tropical region. When we talk about the importance of the location of Pakistan, Pakistan holds a very important place. It is geostrategically rather, is placed at a very important point. Now, if you look here, you would see that this whole green chunk makes up most of the Islamic world, or you can say the Muslim world as well. Not only Pakistan is a nuclear power, which is over here, which is at the, we can say, is the center, becomes the center of the Islamic world. Rather, it is also a starting point of the Muslim world if we are going westwards, and is the end, almost towards the end of the Islamic countries when we are coming from the east. We're moving towards the east, and there are very few, like Bangladesh and Indonesia, that we will talk about, come towards further east. Now, there are Central Asian states in the northwest, which are Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, and Tajikistan. These states were part of the USSR, and it was only after the dismantlement of the USSR, the Soviet Union, that these smaller states came into being. Then we have Bangladesh towards the east, which is almost 1,000 kilometers away from Pakistan, and this 1,000 kilometers has India in between, which has been a cause of a lot of disturbances while after the partition as well, which you would be studying about in your history course as well. Then Indonesia, as we just said, is in the southeast, and Indonesia is a growing economic as well as a tourist attraction, which is growing economically to a great extent as well. Now, these Gulf states in the west of Pakistan, which include Saudi Arabia, Yemen, Iraq, Iran, hold a very significant importance as far as their oil presence is concerned. So this becomes another important reason to have for Pakistan to be placed here, that it is in close contact with all these countries that are becoming the backbone as far as the fuel of the world is concerned. Further on, talking about the location, that was internationally. Now, if we look at our own country, you would see that we have like these four provinces over here: Punjab, Sindh, Balochistan, and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Now, over here, up towards the northeast, you would see that we have a borderline with China. It's a very small border, and this border has been into use for a very long time. Now, if you to have heard, if you read about history, this border has been operational for centuries in terms of trade, and still this is the reason that this border is still functional, and this trade has made it more important in terms of your CPAC, which is growing. And this is a friendly border. One of the only borders that Pakistan holds is this friendly border. Baki over here and here we have been having certain hostilities going on. Then towards over here, if you look very closely, this is very small strip of land of Afghanistan, which is called the Wakhan. It is around 6 kilometers. Now this it holds a very is very important. It was the war, the Afghan-Russia war that took place in 1979, was majorly in for Russia to take control of this 6 kilometers, because these 6 kilometers would give Russia a direct access into Pakistan. And why the China as well as Russia over here and Afghanistan over here need a direct contact? Because of the Arabian Sea over here, which has warm water. In for trade, this is very important, having warm waters, which means you can trade through the year. There is no hindrance, because if we look at the map of the world, on top of China there is a sea, that is the Arctic Sea, but then it is snow covered, and then there's a Pacific on it's on one side of China, which is guarded mostly by Japan. So, and again, it's a huge area to cover from one side to the other. Therefore, what is more convenient for China over here is to have a link into the warm waters of the Arabian Sea, and so this whole process of trade will benefit. Now Russia also, this region, this Wakhan region, was the cause of the war, because they wanted to take control of this, which will give them a direct entry into Pakistan. Then we have towards another very interesting border, which is again known as which is around more than 2000 kilometers long, and this is given a name as the Durand Line. Now these are the important, as far your examination perspective is concerned, these maps are very important, and these little names like the Durand Line, the Wakhan Corridor are very important to know, because you can be asked to mark, for example, if it is said this, identify or label the line A, which is line A, the Durand Line, or let's say H, for example, identify the region H, which would be Wakhan. So we need to, as far as exams in location of Pakistan, you would generally mostly get questions regarding the location in terms of map. You would be you could be asked about the Tropic of Cancer. You can be asked about the location, how Pakistan becomes a tropical country, how does the climate of Karachi becomes a tropical climate. So these are exam perspective questions that you can get. You will not get very long or very subjective kind of questions, whereas location of Pakistan is concerned, what you generally are asked is about the maps. Then you have towards the southeast, you can say the border of Iran, which at times is also known as the Iran barrier. Iran barrier. So names are given to these. And if you see this China, it is also known as the Karakoram border. So all these border lines do have a name as well. And then south, we have the Arabian Sea, which makes up the Makaran coast, which we'll be studying about in detail as we study further into the topography. And then we have our very favorite neighbor, which is India, which is also the line is known as the Radcliffe Award, because it was around 3rd June, the Radcliffe Award, the 3rd June plan, that designed this border line, and this is one of the longest borders that Pakistan also has. So we coming down to the more importance of location in terms of the neighboring countries. So how does the location, the geography, the topography of Pakistan holds its importance. So we have talked about the importance in the international world, we have talked about the importance as far as the neighboring countries are concerned, and now we talk about the physical features within Pakistan. Over here you can see that how that makes Pakistan's location very important. Towards the northern area, this is all are mountain ranges. If you have traveled towards Hunza, Skardu, or you've traveled towards the northern areas, or you've gone to the Karakoram borders, it's called the K2, you will come across, you would see that this whole range has a very difficult terrain. So it becomes a natural border, it becomes a natural barrier and protects invasions. Not in the modern world, we do not, it's not of a very of great importance to having mountains as protections, but when we will be talking about the history, or you try to understand the invasions that had been coming into our land at that subcontinent, these mountain ranges, the bad and harsh climate has played an important role in holding back certain invasions also. Then the trade routes are very with some of our neighbors. Khyber Pass over here has been an opening. Now, a very common trade route has been from China here and going down out of the Khyber Pass into the rest of the Central Asia, up towards here and going down south as well. So this has been a very common trade route for centuries. So Khyber Pass, as we say, it provides a route into Afghanistan, and the Karakoram highway makes it easier with the China as well. So this has been a very common trade route, which is also in the known as the Silk Route as well. Then another thing we had previously talked as well, that the central position of the coastline. Now coastline over here, let's say this coastline over here makes it a very easy connection when we go towards the Middle Eastern countries. So we have Iraq already over here. Next to Iran we will have Iraq and Saudi Arabia, Yemen. So all these become extensively close to Pakistan through the Arabian Sea, and that makes the trade again very important. So Pakistan holds great importance for the international trade when it is coming from China, going to China, and that is why Pakistan's location has always been of great importance. Then Karachi, not only it is a port city, it is also a harbor, and it is a natural harbor. That means if you look over here, it is making a border line over here. If you could see, it makes a strange kind of a barrier in itself. So the trade, the sea, the ships, as we can say, can directly come as far as the near to Karachi. So it makes a natural harbor for refueling, for different ships. It can be used for again for the trade purpose as well. And then the Jinnah terminal, which is the airport, also holds great importance. Most of this all importance is given to this, which is the backbone of our economy. So Pakistan's geostrategic location makes it very important in terms of trade if we use it appropriately and for the growth of our economy. Now this is another aspect of our location, is talking about the Central Asian state, which is towards our north. Now you can see it over here. Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, and all of these had been previously part of the USSR. They were all Russian states, and being part of the Russian states, after the dismantle of breaking up of Russia, these became Islamic states. And now Pakistan is one of the very important neighbor not exact neighbors but very important contact for all of these, because Pakistan not only is a nuclear power, it is also a flag bearer for the Islamic world. Remember this word, it is a flag bearer for the Islamic world. Now, coming down to the questions that you can get related to the importance of location, as I said, it is more of a map oriented chapter. You get very few questions which are subjective, and the ones that you do get are not of a great mark value is between 2 and 3, which is maybe talking about the neighbors. If it is not asked in the maps, it could be asked about what is in the north, who is on our east, who is on towards our south, and why the placement of Pakistan with Afghanistan is important, or why the location of Pakistan with India is important, or why the location of Pakistan with China is of importance. So very briefly, and when you are answering these questions, keep one key concept, key idea in mind, that all of these the neighbors that we have, the Central Asian countries that we have, the Middle Eastern countries that we have, as well as into the world, the more important why Pakistan's location is important is because of, again I am repeating this word, is trade, which gives birth to economy. Okay, we would be taking a little break and then we'll resume. So we've talked about in one of our previous slides about the provinces of Pakistan, and here you have a list of important cities of Pakistan, which, as you can see, is collected from the collection from your past papers as well as from your syllabus. These are the cities that you must know the location of. It is more of a learning based, and this holds an important yes, it is a geostrategic location. It is very important as far as the maps are concerned. So placement of these cities is very important. What you can do is that try and make your own grid to remember these locations. Again, when you have towards the end of Pakistan on the coastline, you will always have Gwadar. You can't have Karachi on this side. Karachi is always going to be towards the eastern side. Again, it is a coastal city, but again towards the east. Near to Karachi, you will always have Hyderabad. Quetta stands out in its own self. It does not have any neighboring places marked on the map. So whenever you have anything near the Balochistan border, that will always be Quetta. And then the more congested ones you would see come towards the upper part of Punjab, that is the northern Punjab. These are the most closely netted cities that are marking. You need to make your own grid, like I have always talked about, that this little protruding thing is Sialkot, under Sialkot is Lahore, and then Lahore se niche you have Kasur. So you need to make, and basically it's more of a practice, do it again, look and solve, जैसे हम बचपन में करते होते थे, watch and learn. So this is a learning base, as it's already said over here. You need to learn the location of most of these cities and repeat, and then not only that you are asked to mark, you can be asked about, this can be related to climate. I'm not just Murray, I'm just saying these can be related to climate. They can be related to communication. Okay, how would you communicate from Karachi to Hyderabad or from Hyderabad to Quetta, and the climate of Murray, or you're talking about the climate of Pindi, or you're talking the climate of Lahore, and how the rainfall will affect the climate of Lahore, how does the location of Lahore affect the climate. So these are basically, when you are studying topography, it is the basis of all your further chapters. So you need to have a very clear concept about the location of Pakistan, the important cities of Pakistan, because these, if you have a clear understanding of the placement of various cities, the placement of or divisioning of the provinces, the rest of the chapters that follow up in geography will become very comparatively easy if you have already marked out the positioning of these places, and then you need to have a strong observation. Remember, geography in any concept, you need a lot of observation. If you're traveling, if you need to know this place. So this is more of a learning based idea.